us now an exclusive interview is Kathleen Quirk, Freeport McMoRan CEO. Kathleen, it's great to have you on the show. Welcome.
Thank you, Morgan. Great to be here.
A lot to cover with you, but I am going to start with copper specifically, because if you look at a chart of CME of COMEX copper futures that trade here in the U.S. versus LME, there's been a dramatic divergence in the last, call it, month and a half, with U.S. copper prices outperforming their British counterparts. What is driving this? How much of this is speculation that we could see tariffs placed on domestic copper? How much of this is the possibility of a critical mineral designation? And how does all of it speak to the role that Freeport McMoRan could play as the largest producer here in the U.S.?
Historically, the LME and the COMEX prices have traded pretty close to each other. And as you say, it's blown out over the last several weeks. And it's currently about 60 cents per pound premium in the U.S. over the international price. And for the most part, that reflects a lot of product coming to the U.S., demand in the U.S., into these exchanges because people are trying to get in front of potential tariffs. Of course, no one knows what the actual tariff would be, but currently it's trading at a premium somewhere on the order of 13%. And Freeport benefits from that right now because we are a major seller of copper in the U.S. We produce a significant amount of copper in the U.S. that stays in the U.S. We're fully integrated. We have smelters, refinery, rod plants, and so Freeport is benefiting at current levels to the tune of about $800 million per annum extra as a result of this premium.
It sounds like you would be, and I guess the devil's in the details, but you would potentially be in support of tariffs to bolster domestic production. Would you invest in further production here in the U.S. if we were to see something like that implemented?
Well, in terms of the tariffs themselves, we'll just have to wait and see, and we're watching, like everyone else, how they'll manifest themselves. But in terms of the focus on copper, we're very excited about the fact that copper is a critical mineral and has been for some time in our minds and around the world. Copper is so essential when it comes to all the things dealing with electrification, and this country needs a lot more copper as we go forward. And today, Freeport supplies, we're America's copper champion. Even though you hear us talking a lot about our operations internationally, we produced last year about 70% of the copper that was mined in the U.S. So we're a big producer in the U.S. And as we look forward, a lot of our growth plans involve investing in the U.S. We've got a variety of projects right in our backyard here in Arizona where we're making investments. We're also leaning heavily into technology. And even though copper is a big beneficiary of the increased demand from AI data centers, we're actually using AI in a lot of our operations now to recover more copper. So we plan to invest significantly in the U.S. We also have growth elsewhere, both in South America and, of course, in Indonesia. But we've got a significant pipeline of growth projects right in front of us here in the U.S. And we can do it more quickly than some others might be because a lot of our projects are brownfield in nature.